All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Broke Boys. Another motherfucking episode. You already know how it's gonna go down. Today we're gonna talk about some random ass shit. So don't hold me accountable for the shit we say as well.
Disclaimer: everything we say, it's not 100% truth. It's all jokes. You know, just letting you guys know.
Yeah, most of it is jokes. Most of it is just for entertainment purposes.
We'll take it to heart.
Yeah, but with that said, there was a couple things I wanted to talk about today. Like, I don't know. Maybe we could do... Have you seen the Disney theory? Have you heard about it?
Explain it.
Well, there's supposedly like a bunch of fucking parts in Disney movies where like they show maybe a little bit like... There's a part where Mickey Mouse is cutting cheese and he's doing his dick.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, the old school one.
Yeah, you think they're like... You think the big man, Mr. Disney, was a pedo? Because why would you put that in the kids movie? There's also one where like there's the Peter Pan movie,
yeah,
where he shows up at the window and you can see the shadow, and the shadow has a little thing-a-ling.
I mean, I don't think he was a pedo. I just think they were like adult jokes. I mean, adult
you think
jokes.
It was just meant for the adults then?
Yeah,
like,
I don't think it was for kids.
He's like, oh, the parents are gonna have to go watch this movie. Might as well give them something.
If you really look at Disney movies, they have kids jokes and also like grown-up jokes, which kids don't understand until they get a little older.
That's true.
Like if you rewatch movies from Disney, you don't catch some jokes that they made until
Back
you grow
then,
up a little older.
yeah.
That's when you know, like, oh, okay, it makes sense now.
I guess that's a way of putting it, but then again, why would you put it in a kids movie?
Because I feel like he's an adult, you know, that makes movies. Like it's kind of like
true.
Kind of like
a kids making a kids movie.
Yeah.
Like if adults doing it, there's gonna be like the.
You gotta leave your signatures.
Yeah,
you know, your signature.
I guess in a way it makes sense.
But
you would make movies like that?
Yeah.
You're making kids movies.
I was making kids movies. Yeah.
Yeah. So you was like, I think in some of one of the movies like, with the smoke. I don't know what movie it was, but in the smoke, it was coming out, and you could like see the shape of a dick.
Yeah, also in Lion King.
Yeah, and that one too.
Well.
Yeah, I think that's the one actually.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, and it's so subliminal. Because they do that shit on Nickelodeon too.
Yeah, but Nickelodeon is known more about like, don't they like feet? Or something like
that. That was the
producer or whatever.
Like I think the producer or the main guy about like that.
He's like
created that
feet
shit
or something.
Yeah. That's why you would see like, I don't know if you ever noticed back then. They had like an orange foot.
Yeah.
Type of shit. And that supposedly that fool had a foot fetish.
I mean,
it's crazy. And then he got caught on it too, because I think the actress like came out and said, yeah, he would like say, can you take a picture of your feet, or can you come, rub my dick with your feet and shit?
Right. Well, isn't it in iCarly? Don't they also put like a lot of foot stuff?
Yeah, because he likes that. Because he liked the foot stuff, so they'd have like their foot in the camera set. But Jeff was in the back room, was like, yeah,
he might. Yeah, he just might. But I mean, who am I to judge though? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't got the money for it or whatever.
True, I guess we can't. I mean, it's not really judging, it's just giving our opinion on something. And I feel like, come on now, they
could do what they want.
If you were gonna do that and you're already making money off of what you're doing, wouldn't you go into like making adult films type shit?
Maybe not. Like, but what if if I put myself in his shoes, what if Nickelodeon is a lot more money than the adult films? You get me? Like, what if he knows how to make like shows instead of adult films?
That's true.
Like,
but I mean, as you can see in adult films,
you think adult films are hard to film?
No, bro. They come in. Oh, bro. I'm stuck in the toilet.
Like, I mean, I don't think they're hard either, but there's some dialogue, I guess, into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could make dialogue for the fucking porn movies, bro.
That's true.
He could have been fucking out there just making the little first dialogues for the starting dialogues for everything. Because I mean, I don't think they ever have an end dialogue. Yeah. Oh, bro, you did so good.
But
that's it, and it ends.
How old was the cast of iCarly when they were doing it? Were they underage or were they like 18?
I think they were 13.
13?
Yeah, no.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, having some young kids doing that shit, like It's a little weird.
Wasn't R. Kelly a podcast too?
Yes.
I think they were.
I know they made film. Like I know they recorded.
Yeah, they like the little videos too, huh?
It probably was a podcast, huh?
Yeah.
Or like a show or something.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that shit in so long.
You know they came out with a newer one, like the adult version.
The adult version, yeah, where she's like dating and drinking and stuff and all that.
I haven't seen it.
Me neither. But I seen clips of it, but that's it. I don't know. I feel like movies nowadays have changed completely. Like they're all remakes.
Yeah, everything's remakes.
You know,
nothing's the original anymore.
There's no imagination, I guess, nowadays, where people could just come up with
their own
just random stuff or whatever.
I mean, they do come up with it, but it ends up being pretty shit.
Yeah, like they came out with Avatar, The Last Airbender. They came out with the realistic version.
Have you seen it? The one on Netflix?
Yeah, what do you think? It was alright. I mean,
yeah, but it's like it's shit I already seen, and if you really like take it in consideration, I feel like the fucking anime version is already good enough.
Yeah, anime version is good.
If you're gonna give us Avatar, give us avatars of them as in like the 20s and the 30s. Yeah, like we already saw this shit. Like why do I want to see it again? You're basically putting it out there for a newer audience, which is like a generation below us. Yeah. But what about the main people that grew up watching fucking the Avatar? Like I want to see them in the 20s and 30s. Fuck the realistic one. Yeah. It's the same thing with the One Piece. Like how I be watching One Piece.
I didn't see that.
They have the realistic one for it too. It's the same thing. It's like it doesn't really get any better if you're gonna just show me the same thing I already saw in the fucking animation. Yeah. Like
they're just remakes.
Yeah, and everything's non-original anymore.
Like Little Mermaid, they remade that one.
Literally everything just Lion live
King.
action. What else? I mean, they were cool. Don't get me wrong, they're cool, but exactly. Like I'd rather see something new.
Yeah, I'm also getting tired of Marvel movies.
Yeah, it's always the same thing. Yeah, I have it after. I think after the last Avengers, the last one, I think Endgame. I just stopped watching Marvel. Like well, not really, cause I watched the shows. I don't know if you watched the shows. They have them on Disney. There's like a bunch of shows. There's Loki. There's
I saw Loki, and I saw the WandaVision or whatever.
Yeah, WandaVision.
That was it.
Those two were pretty good. Did you watch Moon Knight? That one's alright. There's another one with like Miss Marvel, but it's the Latino like the Latina girl.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, they just made a new movie with like all three of the fucking Miss Marvels.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't go watch that either. I mean, it's there. I could watch it for free. Like it. Well, not for free because I already paid for the account, but it's there. I can watch it. But I don't know. I feel like everything's the same. Like nothing's come out to be original or more new to catch my attention. Like
you think movie theaters will close down like anytime soon?
Since it could be a possibility.
Everything you can watch is online.
If you think about it, during the coronavirus, do you remember how they would like, the movie theaters were shut and no one could really go to watch movies there? But what they did is when they would drop new movies, they drop them on like Apple. And you go rent them out right there, or you go watch the premiere. Yeah, exactly. Like you don't have to go to movie theaters. I think the only reason people actually go to movie theaters is because it's on a fucking bigger screen. Yeah. And who doesn't want to watch it on a big ass screen, you know?
And the audio's a little better.
A little better. Yeah. But I feel like in a way, it could possibly go away. Because have you seen the new Apple Vision things, Pros? Well, you could go and watch a movie like that, and you can make it a big ass screen. Yeah, and it'll look like you're at the movie theaters already. Yeah. So it could become obsolete at any point.
I don't think I'll do that though. Like if I had an Apple Vision or Apple version or whatever,
you wouldn't do that.
Nah.
Why?
I don't know. I'd rather watch it at the movie theaters.
That's true. I think the only reason I would ever go to movie theaters is if I'm gonna watch it with my girl or some shit like that, or with the homies. Yeah. But if it's a movie that I'm gonna watch myself,
I can watch it online. Like that, yeah. I mean, at home. Yeah. But for example, like with my girl or some friends, I'd rather go to movie theaters. You know. True. Because movie theaters, like you got food. I mean, you also got drinks.
I mean, you got food. You got drinks at your house too.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's something about just going to the theaters. It's what I like. I mean, lately now it's been more empty now. Whenever you do go, so it's pretty much a theater by yourself. You know.
True. So it's not. It's kind of already becoming a thing. I think the only one that really go to the theaters is probably like little kids.
Nah, not even that.
Yeah, like on Friday, Saturdays, I'm pretty sure people.
I wouldn't take my kid.
Not you taking your kid, but I'm talking about teenagers.
Oh yeah,
like
teenagers. Yeah,
the
definitely.
ones that don't have it, they can't
ain't
go
got
to
shit
clubs.
to do. Yeah.
I mean, they go fucking maybe go hit a lick at the store real quick and get some beer. But other than that, what else are they gonna do? We didn't have shit to do.
I had plenty of stuff to do.
We had plenty of stuff to do as en travesuras.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, so we'd go get in trouble.
Yeah.
But as to like for fun stuff for us to do as kids,
Think on ditch.
Yeah.
Throw eggs at people's cars.
Yeah, see, that's what we would do. But now these
trespassing.
Getting caught.
Whatever.
Blaming it on your friends.
Yeah.
You know who you are. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel at some point a lot of stuff is gonna be obsolete if they get to the point, you know. Because I mean, have you seen that Elon Musk is building like those robots, like the actual robot, like that can do shit and move parts and shit like that?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was Elon Musk, but I've seen robots.
Yeah. Well, Elon Musk is creating his, and then I feel like.
Will you buy a robot?
Depends to do
Defense? I don't know. Whatever you want.
Well, if I'd buy one to clean my house.
Okay.
Like all you gotta do
like
is
a maid or something.
Like clean the house, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I would have a robot for.
What about taking care of your kids?
I don't know if I can trust it as it.
No.
I don't know. I don't know. We'd have to be put in that situation to know, you know.
I'll buy the babysit.
You buy the babysit?
Yeah.
Of course you would.
Go get groceries. Like basic stuff. I'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what if the robot ended up going like, I don't know,
haywire?
Yeah.
Like crazy or something?
Yeah. And you're not there.
Yeah, I guess this is my fault, you know, for trusting it. But
true.
How would I ever know if I don't test it? I guess. But I wouldn't buy the first one. You know, like I'll let the first and second generation go first, and then like the third is like, okay, you know, they kind of got the bugs out of it, so you know it's more trustworthy, I guess.
True. You're gonna wait until like they come out with the 20th version of it, or what?
Something like that. Yeah, like, you know, a little like more advanced.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not trying to buy that first.
We ever put a chip in your brain? Like, you know, supposedly
Elon Musk is doing?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Nah.
I feel like if hackers already hack into stuff right there, why would they hack into your brain? Yeah. And you know how the fuck up that was? Imagine when they hack in your brain, they can access all your memories and shit.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be cool if you could do that, yeah.
Yeah, but like,
if it's getting used on you, I don't think so. Because then they could get, imagine they get images out of you and like they could blackmail you with it.
But that's if you care. I feel like blackmail only matters if you care if it gets releases or not.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like if it's gonna affect me in a way where like I'm gonna lose stuff and shit like that, then yeah. But if you got nothing to lose, you're like, show my news.
Yeah, I'll show it myself if I feel like it. Yeah.
Like, you want me to post it right now?
Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't really believe in. Well, I do believe in blackmail, but I don't believe like.
What do you mean you do believe in blackmail? You believe in doing it?
Yeah, like you could do it, but I don't believe like it's. Like they could do it to me, type of thing, you know? Like.
Oh, you don't think it'll be done to you?
It could be done, but I wouldn't care. You know what I mean? Like.
So say
the consequences behind it wouldn't affect me. You know?
It could say you're okay. You're a faithful person, right?
Right.
But say you're not a faithful person,
right? And
you go and cheat,
right?
And you don't want that significant other to find out,
right?
Would you still be like, "Hey, fuck it, I don't give a fuck"?
Because my consequences of my actions. So it's like if
you're gonna face your consequences.
Yeah. And it's up to like,
and that's if you ever get hacked too. You're kind of a nobody at the end of the day. Yeah. Why would they want to come after you
for $20? You know what I mean? Like,
it'd be your friend that like the one that was always asking you to borrow money. Be like, if you don't let me borrow that money, I got this picture.
That's why I don't like doing like bad stuff or stuff that could like come back to me in front of friends.
So like karma type shit.
Not karma, like for example, like cheating and stuff or whatever. Like I wouldn't do it around my friends. Okay. I feel like that's like a independent thing if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes a friend could like turn on you for any occasion,
and then just go snitch.
And just go snitch like, yo, your man was doing this, blah blah blah, and so and so. And it's like, bro, why would you? I thought I trusted you or whatever, but in reality, your friend is just like envious or something or backstabbing. So that like stuff like that, like even like stealing or doing illegal stuff or whatever, like I don't like doing it in front of my friends unless they do it too.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So say you need to pull off a bank heist. Would you pull it off with some friends or would you pull it off with randoms?
I wouldn't. I don't think I'll do it with friends.
Yeah, I'd probably do it with randoms.
That's just probably doing randoms. Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, I'll pull a joker.
Pull a joker, just
remember that?
Turn on everybody.
Everyone turns on everybody.
Yeah,
I'll be doing one of
those.
You
could do that. But yeah, I wouldn't do friends. Like neither. Like also like back in the day, you know how like smoking weed was illegal. Mm-hmm. I prefer like not smoke friends. Like let's say you didn't smoke during those times or whatever.
You'd prefer me as a friend than
I wouldn't smoke with you.
What do you mean?
Because I don't know if you would like snitch me out or stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, if I didn't smoke?
Yeah. If you didn't smoke.
Oh, but you said I would rather have people that don't smoke around me than people that smoke.
Oh, I guess so. But I wouldn't. I wouldn't want those.
So you would rather have people that smoke around you than people that don't?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of obvious because you can't trust that they're gonna snitch on you later on. Exactly. That's literally how high school was, bro.
Yeah.
You could only smoke with a few people, like the people that you knew close, and not like you could go. But then again, I don't know, man. I remember in high school, I was in Wish Up one time, and there's this one guy named Andrew, and it was like my freshman year, I think.
Yeah.
No. It was my junior year, and it was his freshman year because he was a freshman in my class, and this fool was selling weed, right?
Right.
And we were in the wood shop place because there was a classroom in the wood shop area, and we were in the wood shop, and I remember the teacher was giving a like a little speech and shit like that, and we were in the back, and this fool just came up to me like psst, psst. I'm like, what up, bro? Yeah. He's like you smoke? You smoke? And like I'm like, yeah, and he's like, oh, okay, you just gotta make sure because can't trust no one nowadays. And I'm like, bro, we're in school. Most motherfuckers out here being smoking.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you could tell who's a smoker from who's not a smoker. But the funny shit was like, you had to be hella low key about it.
Yeah.
And like, you couldn't really be like, just anyone tell them like, hey, you smoke, because at the end of the day, like you say, they will snitch you out to the dean if you do something to them one day they don't like.
Yeah. I used to hang out with a lot of smokers back in high school, but I didn't really smoke in high school.
Didn't you hang out with them?
That was like senior year though, but throughout like high school and stuff, even middle school, I hung out with a lot of smokers, and it wasn't like that. Like I never smoked. I'll be around them and stuff and all that, but.
When was your first time that you ever smoked?
I think it was like junior year.
Junior year?
Yeah, but it was only like a one-time thing, and then I didn't do it because I didn't smoke it right. Like I would just hold it in my mouth and blow it out. Like I didn't inhale it, and
so this is wet.
Yeah. So I was like, man, shit, like I feel no effect or whatever, and I didn't smoke until like the whole next year, and that's where I kind of went a little hard, and then I stopped again. And then I picked it up again.
Okay. Who introduced you?
I introduced myself. Okay. Like nobody peer pressured me or nothing, But I ended up smoking with a friend of mine, Roberto, and he was like a longtime friend that he always would be smoking and shit like that. And I was like, he was rolling up, and I was like, bro, I'm with it. Like, I'm down to smoke with you. And he's like, for real?
Roberto Macias?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, for sure. And we ended up went to his backyard. We were smoking, I think, out of a pipe or an apple. It was something, it wasn't paper or nothing like that.
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah. And we're hitting it. We went through easily like a quarter that day,
But then again, we wasn't all that good back then either.
His was. I wasn't just smoking it though. Like I said, like I would just hold it in my mouth and blow it out, So it wasn't really hitting me. But he was high as shit too, though, But his tolerance was crazy, and then I stopped, and then I picked it up again with Blue Eyes, and me and him were like smoke every day or whatever. I remember one time we ditched school, we left second period, we went to the apartments right next to high school.
Oh.
And
the antennas.
Yeah, and then we ended up smoking, and we jumped a wall, went back to school, and there was a lockdown. Like everybody had to be in their class or whatever, and me and Luis were tripping. We're like, bro, we're gonna get caught. Like the alarm went off because of us, and blah blah. Like we just stanked.
Yeah.
And we were tripping hard, and like it was during PE class when we went back, and they locked us in, and we're like, dude, we're gonna get caught, whatever. And everything goes off, and we go back to a different class, and we were like, okay, it wasn't us then. And we ended up ditching like that period after, and never went back to school.
What was the lockdown for, if you remember?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah,
I don't remember.
Bro,
I think I do remember we had a lockdown though one time.
Yeah, plenty of times.
I don't remember what.
Just for practice or something.
I remember the practice, but like an actual one, I think we only had one.
Okay. I remember I used to buy weed from my dad.
You used to buy weed from your dad?
No, for my dad.
Oh, okay.
Like, because my friends will sell it, and my dad was smoking at the times, and he was like, yo, buy me.
I remember.
Yeah, like buy me an ounce or so, whatever.
I used to be your dad's dealer.
And I ended up picking up, I think, 2 ounces. And they gave them to me, but I didn't have nothing to put it on. Like, I had no cup, I had no jar, nothing. So it was just in a bag, and it was fucking reeking, like, just stinked up everything. And I'm going back to school, and there was this girl that, like, I met, and she was like, dude, you smell like straight fucking bud. And I was like, well, I got some on me, so that's why I smell like it. And she was like, nah, let's come to my house, and I'll help you, like, put it away or whatever. I ended up walking to her house, and she had nothing. She was no fucking help.
She wanted you to go there to smoke her out.
Probably, yeah. There was nothing, and I was like, all right. And so we went back to school. I found a plastic bottle, like a Gatorade bottle or something, on the floor, and I just shoved all the weed in there, and then just closed the lid.
A whole 2 ounces?
I was just pushing it, just like jamming it in there.
But it was one of these? Or was it like, because I remember in high school, it was like the little fucking...
Nah, it was like a liter one. Like, not the liter, but like, like a bigger one or whatever. And I ended up jamming it in there. And I go to class, and the class ends up like reeking like weed. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to leave. I didn't even ask the teacher. I just got up and left. And I just went home. I didn't even finish school or nothing. I was like, fuck this. I'm going to get caught if I like stay around at school or whatever. But that was one of the last times I ever bought like weed from my dad, like during school times. Stop doing that shit again. My mom used to hate that shit.
When you buy your dad weed or
what? Because she was like, why you haven't doing shit like that, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. My mom used to get real pissed off when my dad smoked. So like my dad would smoke in the garage. And then when he walked in, obviously he smelled like it. Yeah. So my mom would like make faces and stuff, and she'll get like the air fresheners and just spray the whole house.
Mexican moms.
And it will stink more. Like, I'm like, dude.
They just mix in with it.
Yeah. I was just like, just let it go, But then she kind of got used to it. She let it slide. But my dad stopped smoking now, so he's been chilling. He'd be drinking here and there now. But,
You still, because you're trying to be a bartender, huh?
Yeah.
You're making the drinks for them?
Sometimes he would just pour like his straight drinks.
Okay. What's your favorite drink to make?
Green tea shots.
How do you make that bitch?
Green tea shots is peach schnapps, Jameson, sweet and sour, and a dash of Sprite. Okay. It's simple. So, it's just...
That's your go-to or what?
That's my go-to.
Oh,
yep.
Shit.
Doubles.
Doubles.
Yep.
He said, fuck a single. He's
like, doubles all day.
Doubles or triples only?
Well, I've only drank doubles, but sometimes I'll ask him, like...
But you get doubles and you just keep getting them, don't you?
Yeah. So I get doubles and I'll do like 4 rounds of doubles or so. And the bartender would be like, "Ooh, I could just make you a drink instead." And I was like, "Fuck it, pull the drink." And he'll pull like 5 shots or something in there, and I'll be sipping on it. Yeah. But every time, like my go-to drinks are green tea shots and Dos Equis.
Dos Equis.
Dos Equis with a lime. I like Dos Equis. It's like it's not. I don't know. I don't feel like it's a strong like beer taste. You know what I mean? I don't really like fuck with beer like that.
I think the only beer I fuck with is Modelo or Corona, but I don't even drink like that.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm a social drinker, so I don't drink on like social events type
shit.
As for me to be drinking at home,
Nah. I mean, I won't drink at home unless
your dad wants to. Or?
Unless I feel like drinking. You get me? But it'll probably just be like 1 or 2 drinks. Normally is always like outside at a bar. That's where I'll drink. Especially for happy hour.
Especially for happy hour.
Especially for happy hour. Happy hour is where it's at. But once it becomes like a regular price, then I'll do like 2 shots and like a beer, and that's it.
What'd you go to bar? The PTs?
PTs.
Oh shit.
PTs. Yeah. They always hook it up, man. You know. I mean, especially once you become a regular.
Yeah.
They just hook you up.
Yeah. When we go to the one right there by Rainbow.
They don't know me like that.
Oh well.
The one over there.
But when we go there, he serves that pretty like.
Yeah. He hooks it up. Yeah. He hooks it up for sure.
Cause I'm like this is more than a double. For sure.
Yeah. And then, but the one I go to, my daily one, is the one on Tropicana. No, Hacienda in Decatur. It's a PT's over there by Roberto's, like really like right next to a Roberto's, and that's where I go. Like that's where I be going.
Okay.
And like, I'll go like from like a happy hour from 5 to 7, and I'll go like at 6:30, drink for like 30 minutes, leave, and then I'll come back a little later, and he'll still hook me up with like the happy hour prices. So yeah, it's not too bad. My shout out to Paul, PT bartender.
Shout out Paul. If you're watching.
Yeah. Oh man, but he's good though. He's good, but he's also like by the book. He's kind of bad.
What do you mean?
Because he don't really check IDs.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And sometimes some
you just rat him out. You just told him what bar he works at and who he is.
Oh well, not just him.
Hey, this couple. Hopefully his managers don't see this.
I mean, there's also the one you said, Rainbow and Alta.
Yeah, we
took your brother and he was underage, and he ended up drinking.
Yeah, but we don't know the bartender. Yeah. Names won't be.
Names won't be named
now.
But I mean, but at the end of the day, like we're not.
But, I mean, my brother's like what 20.
Yeah. Also, the other guy, he's 20 as well.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. It's not really. Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean,
but it's bad. But it's bad.
Okay, being Mexican, I don't know. For us at my house, when we were first introduced to drinking alcohol, it was young, bro.
Yeah.
Come on now. Being a Mexican, growing up in a Mexican household,
you're drinking from the start.
From the start, literally, my brother Jesus. When I was growing up, they said I was the same way, but I remember him at 3-4 years old.
He wasn't drinking milk. He was drinking beer.
He was drinking beer, bro. On God, we'd be outside with my dad and shit like that. When his friends would come around, and they'd be drinking in the garage and shit. And Jesus would run in there and see which one is open, and then grab it and run away. He'd be like, just to get that tipsy, and he'd be walking around the house like.
Some parents do that though. Some parents give their kids alcohol.
I mean,
to cool them down, to mellow them down or whatever.
I don't know about that, but I remember my aunts when we'd go to their house and shit like that, and they'd be drinking too. They're like, we're the cool aunts. We're gonna let you guys drink, and they let us get a sip and shit like that, and everyone would be acting like a little fool and shit. Bro, we were like what? From 7. The ages maybe of 6 to 13.
Okay.
Yeah. That it's already in our blood to drink.
I didn't drink until I was 21.
Till you're 21?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I sipped on it. I had a beer before, but that shit was nasty for me.
Oh yeah. Beer's not the way to start.
Yeah, even alcohol too. I took it and I was like, this shit nasty as fuck.
And even for beer nowadays, I don't know. I feel like I have to drink maybe 3 of them, and then the rest going smoothly.
Okay, once you get a little tipsy or whatever.
Yeah, because the first 3 are the ones with the nasty taste.
Yeah.
And after that, the rest just go down hella smooth, and you just get to turn all night.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't start drinking until 21. And but I'm glad I started when I was 21, not younger.
Why?
I would have been some fucked up shit. You know what I mean?
I turned out okay.
No, it's not like that. Because if I feel like if I got into it at a younger age, I would have been a heavy drinker where I black out type of drinker. You know what I mean? And I don't like blacking out. That shit is no fun.
I think that happened to us once.
It only happened to me once too.
But I remember in high school, I'd do the 5-finger discounts at the Albertsons. Albertsons. No, Albertsons by Bonanza.
Okay.
Because after high school, like on the weekends, we'd go hang out with Jose, Andy, Principe, and we Chucho, and we'd just be chilling. And I remember go 5-finger discount at Albertsons and get some I got 2 big ass bottles of the fucking Fireball whiskey.
Goddamn.
And after that day though, we stopped drinking that shit. But on that day, bro, we drank both fucking bottles. And we were fucking gone, bro. We were fucking out there fucking riding our bikes, almost fucking crashing into cars and shit.
Dang.
Yeah. And this was when we were maybe 14, 15? I don't know. Maybe 15, 16. But around that age. And I remember one time it was me and Jose. And I had done that where we go get bottles and shit like that, and we go drink. And it was me and Jose, and we ended up going to drink at his house. And he drank a bottle, and I drank half a bottle. Because I can't drink like that. But I drank, bro. We were gone.
Yep.
We were gone. And I remember Prince came later that day too, and he was like, y'all started drinking without me. Grabbed the bottle. The other half of that I had, and he just chugged that shit, and we were fucking out. We were fucking on our bikes, fucking crashing into shit, fucking
having a blast.
Yeah, bro. Good old days.
Good old days. But you know.
But nowadays they're too pussy to go do that.
Times change. You become more responsible. Start doing your stuff.
I think the only thing that changes is having to fucking get a job.
I don't think so.
What else do you think changes?
I feel like your life changes. Especially once you get out of high school, you start getting work. You start getting a girlfriend. You start living more independently. So your time is not really with your friends no more. It's more with you or your significant other. You get me?
Yeah, but it's because you choose it to be that way.
That's true.
Because you could make time for whatever
your
you
friends
want to
or
make
whatever.
Time. I took this lesson one time from my mom that basically you take time for those you care.
Yeah.
And for those who you don't care about,
you won't make no time for
it.
Yeah.
So it's basically like that. Yeah, in a way. Because at the end of the day, it's who you prefer to be around and shit. But then again, I feel like you should always still check on those friends that don't have anybody like that.
Okay.
Cause what if one day they just be thinking to themselves fuck this, I'm out.
Let them. I don't know. I'm a little cruel, I guess, in that situation because it's why would I check on someone that doesn't check on me?
Because you don't know what they could be going through.
They don't know what I could be going through too. Maybe I need them that time.
That's true. You get me? But if you could be the one helping them, why wouldn't you do it?
For example, what if I reach out to you, yo, let's hang out, but you're busy, let's say with work or whatever situation, I can't, and I'm like, oh, let's hang out, I can't, and then it's over. You get me? And then when you think it's about time where I hit up, Brian or whatever, let's hang out. Brian is no longer here with us. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I don't know. I never. I guess my life lesson is never expect shit from people, because people don't think like how I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't expect you to open a door for someone just because I do it.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah, everyone has their own characteristics.
Yeah.
Not only that.
My teacher got mad at me because his dog is getting old, and his dog's gonna be put down, and he's the type of guy that wants to hold his dog and be with him until the last minute. And he's telling me, he's like, "Will you be in there?" I'm like, "Nah, dude, I want to be there on my dog." He's like, "But that's your best friend," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Yeah, but why would I hold his paw while he's getting put to sleep?"
So that way he can see you as the last thing.
That's not me though. You know what I mean? I don't see it as my baby or as my best friend. I see it as a pet. I see it as my dog, a guardian that takes care of my house or whatever. That's it. I don't put more feelings behind it.
It's not that you have to put feelings behind it. It's just the feelings that you've grown with it. It's not so your dog got killed. You're like, oh, He got killed.
I mean, I'll be sad. Yeah.
I mean, you don't seem like it.
But it's not like I'm gonna be like crying and almost hanging myself for. You know what I mean?
Not necessarily hanging yourself, but I would cry if I had to put my dog down.
Yeah, I mean, I'll cry too, but I'm not gonna be crying for like a week or so. You know what I mean? I'll probably cry for that moment. It's like, oh damn, all the memories that I had with this dog are they're done.
How old are your dogs?
Halfway. They're 7 and 8, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see in 6, 7, 8 years.
But the best way to do it is replace them. In my opinion, like, cause I'm still gonna need dogs at the end of the day. You get me? Like, once my dogs pass away, then I'm gonna get new dogs, and that love that I have for my dog will get replaced with the new dogs and the new memories I'm gonna make with them. You get me? They won't be my old dogs though.
Yeah.
But they'll be my new pets, like my new.
Yeah, I guess you can see it that way. I don't see it that way. I see it as in I've had this food since he's a puppy.
Right.
So obviously I've created a bond with my dog.
Right.
So I love my dog, even though sometimes he be fucking pissing me off. But at the end of the day, I do feel like he is my kind of like my child, since I've had to raise him from puppy to now. You know,
he's not my child though. Not my dogs. That's just me though.
Yeah, everyone's different, I guess. I mean, I'm not the type to like have him like sleeping on the bed with me and all like that shit. But I still love the little nigga.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but everybody's a little different in that type of situation.
True.
But like going back to like the whole friend thing is like, that's where I wouldn't expect. I don't expect much from my friends. You get me? I don't expect a lot from people. Just because if you expect, that's when you get like, when you expect stuff from people is like when you get like disappointed from them. You get me? Because your expectations were high on them.
Yeah.
But they're probably, for them, it wasn't even like that. Like for them, it was just like whatever, And so, from you expecting them to take it like how you care about it, then it'll be a lot different.
True.
Yeah, that's just me though. Like,
I agree with that part. Because at the end of the day, you can't really trust someone else to pay your fucking bills. Yeah. You gotta pay your bills. Yeah.
Your happiness don't depend on friends.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You make your own happiness throughout life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love my friends though. Don't get me wrong. Like I'll do stuff for them and all that.
Yeah, I mean, like the friends I've grown up with. At the end of the day, I still talk to them and shit like that. I check up on them. But as to like when they want to hang out and shit like that, most of the time we all had just different days off.
Yeah. You're off like Mondays and Tuesdays. They're off like Thursdays and Fridays and stuff like that. Yeah.
So I think that's the only problem that I would have with like setting up times with friends and like that. So it's not really that time constraint thing. Yeah. It's more like having the same days off.
Yeah. But even if you do have the same days off, they have something else planned and you have something else planned. So it's like for example, let's say me and you were supposed to hang out, but I already had plans of me like hanging out with my girl, and you're like, oh, let's hang out. I'm like, well, I can't, Well, let's hang out tomorrow, and you're like, oh, well, tomorrow I'm gonna hang out with my girl, It's like shit like that. Like sometimes your days don't align up or whatever. Yeah. But I mean, just because that happens, I don't hate my friends or nothing. It's just understandable.
It wasn't more towards hate, but like checking out upon them.
Yeah, I always check up on people. I always end up doing that.
I check up on certain people like that I'm friends with to this day.
For me, is if I have you on my phone, I'll check up on you. If I don't have you on my phone, there's no way for me to contact you or whatever. I won't show up to your house and knock at the door.
Oh no, not like that. Yeah, like just sending a message is fine.
Yeah. Like if I have you on my phone, like I said, if I have you on my phone, I'll hit you up. But if I don't, then
true.
You get me? I can't.
Sure. You're gonna go as far as they let you go. Yeah. So like, fuck it. Do you? At the end of the day, yes, sir. Did you have anything you want to talk about?
Not today. I was trying to think like on my way over here, like what topic we could talk, but shit, just blank. I couldn't think about shit. Yeah. I was just maybe. How was your week? I guess my week was little turn all the time. Yeah.
Your week or your weekend?
My week, not just weekend. My week.
Why was your week little?
Not little, lit.
Oh, lit.
Yeah. Drinking, smoking,
lit at school,
doing shrooms.
Yeah. But today was my Friday, so today's technically my Saturday, I guess.
Okay. So your weekend just started.
Yeah, like always.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing really for me to wake up,
take care of the baby,
get my food, go to work, come back, sleep. Same thing until for those 3 days at least.
Yeah.
But today, I didn't really do shit. Just stayed home with my kid.
I slept all day today.
I wish I could slept all day.
Like, my girl went to her mom's house, dropped her off, came home, ate, fell asleep. And I didn't wake up until like 5, showered, went to pick up my girl. I went home and then came here. So, I didn't really do much today. Today was just like a relax, recover for the Monday, you know. But I might chill out though. I went a little too hard this week. I blew a couple money and stuff, so I gotta relax, pay some bills, you know.
Be like that. It's the first of the month.
Yo, first of the month, bills are paid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited, you know. So
what you think you're gonna, after you finish your mechanic school, you're gonna pursue bartending?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But not like pursue it like
just for a hobby or what?
Kind of like a side job type of thing. Yeah. So main job is like the house cleaning. You know, I want to rebuild it, like get more clients and stuff. Do flyers and stuff like that. You know, get more jobs. But the bartending will be at night times.
Okay.
So, you know, bartend for the night times. And
have you ever worked graveyard shift?
Work graveyard. Not really graveyard.
But have you ever worked it?
Yeah, I have. I used to work at Amazon. But Amazon was a little different. Amazon, you work 12 hours. I don't think bartending, you work 12 hours.
Nah.
Especially if you're part-time.
Yeah.
But I do want to, like, maybe... I want to get to know, like, bartending. You know, maybe do, like, a small spot. Get to know, like, how bartending is and all that. And then once a year or two pass by, then apply for like one at the strips or something, like the Las Vegas Boulevard.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
So what happened? Are you still gonna keep growing your plants?
I haven't grown plants in a while. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he got me hyped again to like back to growing. You know, but for me, growing, it takes a lot of time. And time is not really what I have. Like, I can't be, like, checking up on it every minute or so. So, but I do want to. I was thinking about doing it.
Thought you were going to start the shroomies. What happened to that?
I did. It didn't grow. I didn't do it correctly. So, I got to start all over again and do a new batch. But I'm excited for all that, too, as well. Like, I got side projects that I want to do. But those side projects cost either money or time. And sometimes I want to use that money for other things, and I want to use my time for some other things. You get me? So sometimes that's a little battle that I do sometimes. Like, for example, today I could have done a lot of shit today besides sleeping, you know, but I chose sleep. I chose sleep over other stuff.
It's fine, because sometimes you gotta let your brain relax for a while.
You gotta find a balance.
Yeah.
If not,
because if you're just doing stuff constantly, then at some point you're just gonna get tired.
Yeah. Yeah, you get. I feel like when you get tired is when like kind of like depression hits a little. You know.
You mean like how does depression hit you? Like
drained? Say, huh?
Like drained.
Yeah.
And then like you feel sad or what?
I feel
emotions.
Like, for example, like how you said, like, you just work and get your food and just work and get your food. Like I feel like that will end up getting me depressed for a while. Cause it's like all I do is this shit. You know what I mean?
That's only for 3 days though. For me.
No, I get you. But like, for example, like let's say you work 5 days out of those 7 days a week. You know, and every day it's like just work, eat, and it's like there's no time for you to like unwind and relax. You get me? So I feel like once you hit max of like I'm just tired, it's where like you're like redlining and it's a little dangerous. You get me? You don't really find a purpose in life because all you do is work or, you know, other things.
I mean, I feel like just the way how the job system set up nowadays, it doesn't really give you that much time to focus on you.
Yeah.
More than what you gotta focus on them. So that's why that's why we're doing this podcast. I'm trying to go independent.
I feel it.
Fuck working for someone else. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather make money for me than making money for someone else. Yeah. Even though I get paid to make money for someone else, but I'm pretty sure they get paid more.
Yeah. But anything, you would always make money for someone else.
In a way, I guess, yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah, because even if we do this podcast and stuff, we're making money for YouTube and we're going to get paid by YouTube.
Yeah.
We end up getting,
so you always make money to someone. Like, for example, let's say, what's an independent job? Sales, isn't it? Like an independent, like people that buy like
door to door.
Yeah,
or you could say sales. Like
sales, like anything. Anything you need. I mean, you gotta waste money on it. You get me?
That's true.
Like let's say we make a restaurant. You gotta buy food. And who you buy the food off, like grocery stores or other places. So you're making them money too as well. Like everybody, like money moves around like in anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even if you sell water, maybe you can't really get water for free like that.
Yeah, you can. Starbucks.
They give you free water? Oh yeah, huh? Yeah. With hella ice. With hella ice.
Yep. Only place I've ever seen like that. Like I don't know. I feel like some restaurants give away free water. But as towards like if you want to get free water for your house, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, there's faucet water.
It's faucet water. You want to drink that nasty
ass
tap water?
Drink faucet water.
Fuck that.
Unless you have a filter.
Even then, I still don't like the tap water. Nah, my mom used to have that.
You gotta clean the filter though. You can't just let it run for.
We did
years.
clean the filter, but it doesn't taste the same as
purified water.
I guess, yeah, purified water.
Because you can also get waters like those 5-gallon waters.
Yeah.
I don't know why it tastes different. You know.
Depends what kind you get. Yeah, because there's spring water, there's alkaline water, there's different type of waters. Yeah.
I don't like Arrowhead. I don't like how that tastes.
That's spring water.
Yeah, I don't like how that tastes.
I feel like all water tastes the same to me.
Nah.
I think the only difference is when I taste tap water and purified water.
But it's crazy how hose water, back when we were kids, that shit was delicious. Like, you have to wait until the hot water kind of gets out, and then there's the cold water, and that's when you're, like, chugging, like, liters. Yo. That was the best water I ever drank.
To be honest.
That hose water. Even, like, I used to do football, like, in high school. And during those times when we'll drink faucet water, like, out of the hose. And, bro, that shit was, after when, like, if you wanted water, that water tastes delicious. Even though it was warm or something like that, you know, it'll be delicious.
Damn, I didn't know you were on the football team.
Yeah, but I didn't last that long.
When? Freshman year?
Freshman year. Yeah, I ended up dropping out, like, 3 games before the season was over. Because, I don't know. We always lost, in a way. And our coach would just get mad because we lost. So they outwork us until the next game, and then expect us to like have 100% when we were just training the day before. And even on the day of, like, we were still training. I was like, bro, like, I don't know. But also one thing is that they assumed that all the kids knew football. You know what I mean? Like, they knew plays, they knew like stuff like that.
But and they wouldn't teach you guys.
They were teaching us, but they weren't really dumbing it down. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like, let's say you have this position and your position goes left, but you don't know that. You just keep going straight all the time. You know what I mean? And then they yell at you. It's like, hey, you're supposed to go fucking left this whole time, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, bro, I don't know. And then that's when they explain it, like, well, if it's 1, 2, and 3, you go left, and it's 4, 5, you go straight, and then, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, shit like that. But yeah. So I ended up dropping out. But it's crazy thing though, like, in my mind, I was like, I didn't want to drop out. But in my mind, I was like, if I drop out, I'm going to be a quitter pretty much the rest of my life. You get me? And I was like, fuck it. I'm dropping out anyways. And from there on, I can't really, like, see myself, like, finishing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I could start it. I'll do it like maybe halfway or a little bit more halfway, but I won't finish it completely.
I think that's ADHD, bro.
Could be, you know.
I think that is.
Yeah.
Addie has that.
So I was like, all right, whatever. But I don't let it get into my head or nothing like that. I only finish stuff that I'm really like
into.
Yeah.
I don't know. You were into growing.
I was.
And then you got out of it.
I got out of it.
Yeah. So you I feel like you like to try it.
I like trying a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like staying in one thing.
That's why you did the mechanic. And now you're going to bartending.
Yeah, but mechanic, I would have gladly stayed in mechanic. It's just that the school wasn't really teaching you stuff. Like, all the instructors are there for a check. You know what I mean? Like, it's a job for them. It ain't really like I've noticed that whenever the instructor says I like teaching, they really don't. You know, like, it's just saying that they like teaching because you don't. I was raised as like, let your actions speak for themselves, and their actions was saying otherwise. You get me? And I was like, bro, you really not here for teaching, you know? Because like, if I ask you a question, it's kind of like them replying with another question.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't really give you the answer; they just give you another question.
You're like, so how am I supposed to do this?
Yeah. Well,
how are you supposed to do it?
And he was like, well, like, for example, like, how am I supposed to do this? Well, look into the computer. Or look into the book. I was like, then what the fuck we have instructors for? You know, if you don't want to, like, I know, I understand that if you give me the answers, it's not how I'll find out. Mm-hmm. But if you show me or something, or like, at least take some time to like show me, I guess, then, you know, I'll understand it.
Are you a visual learner?
Yeah, definitely. Learner? No, I'm both. Yeah, I'm both.
Is visual or writing?
I can't, like, if you tell me, it won't. It'll like come in and go out.
Like in writing?
Nah, like if you tell me...
oh, you have to see them do it, basically?
Yeah. Okay. See me or, like, picture-wise or whatever. Okay. But if you tell me, like, verbally how to do it, I ain't gonna listen to you. You get me? Like, because...
I think you do got ADHD.
Yeah. Because for me, it's just blah, blah. Like, blah, blah. And it's like, nah, dude, just get to the point. Like, I also hate conversations that you like, you don't get to the point, you just go in circles, and then it takes like 10 minutes just for you to get to the point. You get me? Like, for example, I was driving my car, but I had to put gas, and I had to do this, and I had to, you know, go buy some groceries. But you're trying to tell me like, oh, but I went to the store, but you're telling me everything else besides the store. You get me? I don't like that either. Like, I'll doze out. I won't catch my attention or whatever.
Trying to give you the whole story.
Yeah, which I don't really give a fuck about the whole story. I care about the detail. Like, I mean, the main point of it. Yeah, like yo, bro, I got fucked up yesterday. Okay, well, how was it? Well, my day started off by waking up, you know, at 6 a.m. and I got showered. And I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, what you drink, you know, like where you go, whatever. That's what I care about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the only ones that ever actually do that are like girls when they try to tell you the whole.
Some guys do that too.
Really?
Yeah, I know some guys that do that. Yeah, they'll, and I'm just like, okay. I'm not trying to be an asshole and just like ignore them or nothing, but it's like, bro, it's not interesting no more. You
I
get
feel
me?
it. No, there's people like that at work where like they try to tell me like funny jokes and like where they're trying to be your friend and shit.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm only here for a check. I don't really want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. And like they call me, they like, oh, that's what, like at every job I've been to, like El Sangron or whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm here to get my check.
Yeah.
And get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
Like, I don't come here to make friends. The friends I got are the ones I made, and like now, like I said before, you can barely trust anyone nowadays to be your friend.
I'm willing to make friends though.
I mean, yes, I'll make friends, but
I'll spit the shit.
I don't really want to like.
Yeah, cause you
talk to them. That's just me.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather be by myself and, you know, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. I'm not. I like socializing. I'll spit the shits. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, you're just my work friend. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to do stuff with you, like, outside of work. Yeah. Like, I hang out with you. But if you're really cool, like, if I really fuck with you, then, yeah, you know, we'll fuck around, like, even outside of work or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? But,
yeah,
mostly...
Most of the time, you don't really find that many cool workers like that. Co-workers.
Well, that's if you're... I do.
What, and what your dad does right now?
Oh,
You have friends?
Not my dad, but like in other jobs that I worked, yeah, I made friends like that. Yeah.
That you would hang out with after out of work?
Yeah, out of work and stuff like that.
I think I only made maybe like 1 or 2 friends out of work.
Okay.
Like,
But they're not. I don't make friends that'll last a lifetime.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're just friends that for the moment. You get me? Like maybe in 2 years we're not even friends no more. You get me? Stuff like that. But I'll make friends. Like I'll always socialize. I'm not.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way. But as to like keeping them close, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Like I don't really find any need for them.
That's true.
Like I really hang out with the people I fuck with.
You fuck with?
Yeah. Like why would I want to go hang out with someone else? That's just me though. But
yeah.
Like I don't know. I feel like it's also the fact that my mom wouldn't let me go out. So I'm just used to being by myself.
Okay.
Not having to like interact with people.
Yeah.
Since my mom made me that way.
Yeah.
If my mom would have let me be on the streets, I probably would have been a different person. I probably would have been like more talkative and then talking to everyone. But
yeah. More social.
Yeah, my mom just kept me in my room.
Yeah, stay here.
Yep. Like if I ever asked her to go out, she's like, yeah, you can go outside.
Yeah.
Go around the block. And nowhere else. Like,
I didn't.
I couldn't go to a friend's house for high school. When I get out of school, I only had 2 hours to hang out with my friends.
Okay.
And just because my mom would get off of work at 4, so I had to make it home by like 4:30, 5ish before she got there. So I wouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
And that's how my time was hanging out with friends.
Okay.
So then I couldn't even have friends over. So
I could have friends over.
My mom wouldn't let me have friends over, but she always let my little brothers have friends over. She always let them motherfuckers come inside and she'd feed their little friends and shit. But whenever I would ask, "Can I have a friend come over?" Oh no,
hell no.
Like as if they were fucking all drug addicts.
Marihuanos.
Yeah.
Drogadictos.
But they weren't, bro.
Gente callejera.
These fools didn't even become fucking they didn't even start smoking it until after high school.
Yeah.
And I put them on.
Rare.
Because I remember in high school, I'd be with them and they wouldn't want me to smoke, so I kind of stopped smoking in high school to hang out with them and shit. You know? They didn't smoke, so I didn't really find a need to go smoke. I just go spend time with them. We go play soccer, go ride bikes up to the fucking mountains, ride bikes around the fucking city, go play soccer, go swimming. I didn't have time to think about smoking. Yeah. And then after high school, everyone went, did their thing, so it was like more distant. And that's when I started smoking again.
When you smoked back in those times, were you smoking like just on the street or like in people's houses?
I smoke at people's houses and I smoke at the parks.
Okay.
Yeah.
They ever like at the other people's houses? Did the parents ever like catch you or something like that, or like nah?
Would do when their parents weren't there too.
Okay.
I remember I had this one friend, and he was probably it was during that same time I told you where that kid told me like, "Hey, you smoke this and that." But it was another guy in the same class. Okay. His name is Ludwig. And I remember one time, he's like, "You smoke?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, we should smoke one day and this and that. So I'm like, fuck it. He's one of my closest friends too, to this day too. But I would go to his house and we'd get the weed and shit, we'd roll it up, and we'd have to go on the roof. Okay. So no one would find us. So we were like, bro, I don't want to get caught in your backyard, and like at least if we're on the roof, I could run off the roof and get the fuck out of here. Yeah. And so we would go on his roof and just be smoking up there and just laying down, watching at the stars and shit. So
romantic.
Some bromance.
Bromance.
Yeah, we'd be up there smoking, just talking, getting high. Yeah. Cause we didn't want to get caught, bro. We were fucking high school. That's how it was back then.
I remember
it was still illegal.
We went to go play basketball at a friend's house. He had a basketball in front of his house, and during that time, me and Blue Eyes, we would smoke all the time, and we were like, "Oh, let's go play basketball with our, So we ended up going to play basketball. We were playing for a little bit, and I was like, "Bro, I'm ready for a smoke break," So I told Blue Eyes, I'm like, "Blue Eyes, let's do a smoke break." Like, hell yeah! He's like, "I don't got shit to smoke with." I was like, "I do." So we ended up making like homemade shit, whatever. And we ended up smoking. His house is like on one side, so we cross the street, and we just smoke in front of the neighbor's house, right? He had like steps, and we're smoking, and I guess Jose, he was the one we were at his house, and he was like, "Don't smoke at my house." We're like, "Okay, we won't smoke at your house." That's why we crossed to the neighbor's house and smoked over there. His brother came out, like he had older brothers, and his older brother came out. It's like, y'all smoking weed and blah 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 and this and that. And then Jose comes to us, like, "Bro, I told you guys don't be smoking weed." You're like, "Yeah, in your house, bro. We're not in your house. We're in the neighbor's house." He's like, "Yeah, it's still the fucking same," and blah blah blah. And the brother came, like, trying to make like a scene or whatever. And me and Luis, we didn't give a fuck because we were like, "Bro, he ain't my brother. He ain't my, it ain't my family. We don't give a fuck." And we were just like, "All right." And they were just causing a scene. We were like, "All right, we'll just leave them." End up leaving and just smoke somewhere else. And then one time we also Tony, remember Tony?
Yeah, Anthony.
We used to smoke at his backyard. He had a little shed, so only like 3, maybe 4 people, like shoulder to shoulder, will fit in there, and we'll smoke out of like a plastic bottle. And back in the day, it was like you gotta clear the bowl. You get me? And like we'll be coughing like our lungs out there just in his shed. And one time, his grandma came out because his parents weren't home, and his grandma came out, and we were like mid-sesh or whatever. So everybody's holding up to the smoke until the grandma goes in. Right when the grandma goes in, we're all coughing and shit. It was a blast, man. Like during those times, it was a blast. Also, for my birthday, my 18th birthday, we ended up smoking, and I got pretty faded at that time. We were just laughing at the Jack in the Box. We were just cracking up, just laughing like. For no fucking reason.
I don't even remember my 18th birthday.
18th birthday? I remember that one because we were all smoking. It was me, Tony, Michael. This other dude that he was cool with, Anthony and Michael. I forgot his name.
Martin?
No.
Was he fat?
He was skinny.
Skinny?
But I don't remember his name though. Even if you tell me, I probably won't remember. I didn't know him like that. And
did he have a bowl cut?
I don't know. And it was me, Tony, Michael, and Blue Eyes, and that one dude. And we were all walking like in a straight line, just passing the joint behind us. We looked like fucking penguins, just walking. It was funny though. It was good times. Good times.
Yeah. You look back on it like, damn, I miss high school.
Nah, not at all.
I do.
I don't.
I miss not having to go to work.
Okay.
I miss fucking just being at school, not having to worry about life.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you gotta worry about every little thing.
You're a grown adult, man.
Sucks.
That's what being an adult means.
Sucks.
It's alright. I enjoy it.
It's alright, but
I like it. It has its benefits.
Sometimes, not really.
For me, it does. But I can't wait until like my kid does that though. Like has memories for herself, Like, I think my kid might be wild, like might be a little crazy sometimes, but
not all girls.
Not all girls. My girl was real like stay at home, like not really like she was very innocent type of thing. My baby looks like she'd probably pull out like me, come out like me or whatever, like during those times. She might be very social and stuff and all that.
Maybe.
But yeah, I can't wait to hear her stories. You get me? Like my mom, she heard my stories, but like when I grew up a little older, like I'll tell her like, oh, I was doing this and that, like, oh yeah, whatever. Like she'll be just surprised, but she can't do nothing no more because like it passed. Like yeah.
I don't know. I haven't told my mom any of my stories like that.
I've told my mom. I told my mom that I went to this girl's house. Like I would sneak out of my house, like at midnight, and go to a girl's house. And she's like, "Why would you go to her house that late?" I was like, "Mom, you acting like you fucking never did that shit before." Like, what's the reason of going to a girl's house, especially at nighttime?
Come on now.
Yeah. Come on now. I don't want to.
There's only one reason.
Yeah, I don't want to break it down to you like that, but she's like, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I remember doing that shit too, and I got caught once sneaking out.
I never got caught.
My mom would call me on the phone, and I wouldn't answer.
Yeah.
I wait for her to leave a voicemail.
Okay.
And I left a voicemail, and she's like, ¿Dónde estás, cabrón? Si no me llegas en 5 minutos, te voy a la cara afuera y no vas a entrar. And I'd be like, I'm like, fuck. I'd be like halfway there, and I have to walk my ass home.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, now I gotta run my ass home.
I remember the first time. One of the first times that I snuck out, it was like midnight, and I didn't come home until like 7 a.m. You know, and I told my mom that I was gonna go to church with them that day, but I was so tired because I think church started like at 8 or 9, and I was just barely getting home at 7, and I was like, man, I haven't slept all fucking day. I'm tired. I called my mom, like, Mom, you know what? I won't be able to go. She's like, yeah, but you told me you're going, so you're fucking going, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, man. I was like, I can't. Because I went home, just showed face, and I left. Because I couldn't wait. I had to tell someone, like, my day, like, what happened and stuff and all that. So I called Ochoa, and I'm like, Ochoa. I was like, bro, I got to tell you, blah, blah, blah. And I ended up going to his house. And I'm telling him, like, the chisme type of thing, you know? And, I'm tired. I've been up for like 35 hours, 36 hours, you know? And I'm tired. And Ochoa was like, bro, you could sleep in my house. I was like, all right. But I don't like sleeping in people's houses, you know? That's my opinion. Yeah. And I was like, I can't, bro, whatever.
I think back then it was only the fact that it was not even his house. It was the fact that it was his parents' house.
It don't matter. Because I wasn't sleeping in this couch. I was sleeping in his room. You know what I mean? But say he lived by himself and he had no parents, whatever, and he had a room and he had a living room, whatever. At that point, you'd be like, oh, it doesn't really matter. In a way, yeah.
Whereas if it's someone's parents' house, it just feels weird. It gives off a weird vibe.
I guess.
You don't think so?
Not really.
You'd be able to. I mean,
I'll be able to sleep even if the parents are there or not. Yeah. But I gotta know you more though. You know what I mean? Like,
true.
Yeah. And I ended up sleeping at his house for an hour or two, and then just went home and just fell asleep. And then escaped the next day. Went to her house. Sure. But yeah, it was fun days. Fun little days at those times.
Yeah. Damn. I wish there was a time machine where you go back and you just tell yourself, hey, go do it. Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
Because there's certain stuff I should have done. And even if I got in trouble with my parents, all I was going to do is get grounded. But I don't know. I would had a fear for being grounded. I don't know why. But my brothers always did stupid shit. And all they do is get grounded. And then 3 days later, they'll be like, oh, whatever. It's done.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
I remember one time, it was during middle school, 8th grade.
I'm gonna clip that.
What?
I'm gonna be like, this was digging for gold in his nose.
Oh, it's okay. And what's it called? I was walking, it was after school, and I was walking home, and there was this one girl that I told. I used to tell, not just her, but I used to tell other girls during middle school, let me see your titties. You know, because I saw a YouTube video and I thought it would be funny. So I would always just say that during middle school. And some girls will show you cleavage, and then some girls will be like, get the fuck out of my face. You get me? And there was this one girl that had pretty big titties at that moment or whatever. And supposedly she liked me at during that time or whatever. And I'm walking school's over. I'm walking home, and I end up seeing her, and I was like, yo, let me see. And she was like, oh, come to my house, ain't nobody home today. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, all right, I'm with it. And I get a call from my mom, and she was like, hey, you better be at your aunt's house. Because I didn't live at the school zone. I lived completely far. And she's like, you better get to your aunt's house in 30 minutes. Because if you're not there, I'm leaving you, and you staying at your aunt's house. I didn't feel like fucking staying at my aunt's house. And I'm like, fuck, either I go see this bitch, or I go.
Possibility you get some.
Yeah. Or I go home. And I said, I didn't want to be at my tia, so I told the girls yo, I can't. And I kept before this whole situation, I always would turn her down, no, because she wanted to be more than just friends and stuff. So I would turn her down, and I turned her down that last time, and I ended up going to my tia's house. My mom didn't come home until 3 hours later. I was like, oh man, I could have just been at this bitch's house all day, but nope. And then from that moment on, never talked to her ever again.
I think that happened to me too.
Yeah,
that happened to me in middle school too. I know I was gonna go to this one girl's house, I was gonna get some.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah, come over. Like, there's gonna be no one. I'm like, that's all you had to say. I'm on my way. And I was riding the bus to her house too because I had already gone home. Yeah. But she's like, just don't come home. Like, come over. I'm like, I ain't got nothing else to do. I hopped my ass up and got up. And I went. And I was on the bus. I was halfway there, and my mom called me. She's like, I came home.
You know.
I'm like, she's like, where you at? I'm like, I'm on the bus. Yeah. And she's like, on the bus? Where you going? I'm like, I'm going home. She's like, oh, okay. I thought you were. Yeah. I'm like, I feel like they have like that sixth sense, bro, where you're like, they knew you're gonna go do something. Mm-hmm. I'm like, how the fuck they know, bro? Like I would get caught a lot of times when I would try to sneak out in high school too. Oh, okay. Like when I would try to just sneak out, I'd get caught most of the time. So that's why I never snuck out. Never snuck out. I would try, but yeah, I would never do it. Nah. I would always get caught. I did it like maybe 5 times in high school, and I was every single time I got caught.
I did it probably for a good 3 months. Yeah. Like straight. Well, it's not nice. But like I would sneak out like every day at least, or every one day sí, un día no. You get me? Yeah. But I never really got caught. But yeah.
Must be nice having parents that don't care.
My parents cared. It was just that
not you, but there's people I know that had parents that they just didn't give a fuck what their kid did. Yeah. So they're like, if you want to go do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that's what my mom was. She's like, you're gonna do what you're gonna do regardless.
Shit, I wish I had a parent like that.
Yeah. Like my mom, like she'll come and like before school, like let's say school starts at 8, she'll come and school started like at 7 something, right? 7:15.
Yeah, I think so.
Around there. So my mom will come to my room like at 7:00, knock at the door. She's like, you going to school? I was like, yeah, I'll be there in like an hour. She's like, okay, we're going to work. Bye. And close the door. And I won't come to school until like second period. You get me? But my mom was always like that. Like, she was just like, I don't got to force you to do stuff that, you know, you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. Yeah. You get me? I remember one time I did school and she came and she dropped off some money. And she's like, hey, the school says that you're not here. Where are you? I was like, I'm in the restroom. Like, like I'm at school, but I'm just in the bathroom or whatever. But we were at Red Rock, like Canyon, you know. So we ended up flying down. Like we were going like 65, going back to school. I get to school. My mom was just sitting there waiting, and she was like, "What took you so long?" I was like, "I was just going poop, you know. I was wiping my ass, whatever." And she gave me some money, and she was like, "Okay, well, take care or whatever." And she went back to work. And since I had money, I told Juan was the time that I always hung out with, and I told Juan like, "Oh, lunch is on me then," and we ended up going back to Red Rock and just hung out.
Is that when he had his Beamer?
Yeah, no, that's when he had the Golf.
Oh, okay, the
Volkswagen. Yeah, Golf. Yeah, I remember one time we were going to school, and someone cut us because Juan liked speeding, you know, and someone cut us because it was like a school zone, and he cut us and started yelling at us and stuff and all that, and we're just laughing at him. It's like, bro, you're doing too much right now, bro. It's early in the morning for like my baby goes to this school right here, and you're driving reckless, and we're like, bro, you're the one driving reckless, stopping in the middle of the road, you know. But we were like, whatever, bye, and we just took off. Yeah, it was funny. Shit. But
good conversation.
Good conversations. It's a little more to get to know us, you know. We'll slowly involve more into the combos, you know. Yeah. But thank you very much for tuning in and listening to Broke Boys Podcast, you know. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. You know, maybe leave a comment of what you want to hear or our opinions about stuff.
Or what you think about what we say.
Yeah, what we think. Should we not be so open about it or whatever? But let us know.
All right. See you guys.
Deuces.